Oh, hello, everybody.
I hate it.
She hates that I pretend that this is a real show. Thank you for joining us. I am Paul. That is Rose.
Hi.
We are here live from the dark side in Sarasota, Florida. What now?
I don't know. We've got comments. Oh, good, they're on YouTube. Hey, what are you drinking from there?
What a wonderful koozie.
God.
Yes. I do have some bad news, folks. No, this isn't you. This is us. We're going to be taking a break from our Wednesday shows. This is going to be the last one for we don't know how long. There's just a lot of stuff on our plates. We've got a lot of stuff to do. We don't have the time. We will still be doing our Saturday morning shows and possibly a Saturday afternoon show. Those would both be on the Comic Book Shopping Network.
Mm-hmm.
But as for the Wednesday night shows, we just don't have the time. Maybe one day we'll get back to it.
Once we've organized all the comics.
Yes, once this chaos is organized.
Yeah. We need a little break, I think, for
Yes.
our sanity.
Don't need that. So, this is going to be our last batch of new releases for a while. Maybe on Saturdays, if something we really, really like, we might be.
Maybe some highlights.
Yeah. But anyway, anything else going on, Rose?
There's always stuff going on.
Okay, good point. Good point.
What, as far as nerd news?
Anything that's crossed your path? Anything fun?
Well, you see Grendel's coming to Netflix.
Yes.
That's interesting.
That'll be weird.
It will be weird. Chew
What about Chew?
is getting
What about Chew?
is getting a tabletop RPG.
Oh. I guess that's cool.
It is cool.
It's not a show.
Yeah. Well, so speaking of tabletop RPGs, the one that I pre-ordered for Borderlands,
Mhm.
Bunkers and Badasses, over a year ago, is going to ship to me soon. I'm very excited.
That's
about
exciting.
That. I'm very excited about that. Oh gosh.
That's exciting.
No new trailers for anything. Oh wait.
Hawkeye trailer looks a lot of fun.
Hawkeye trailer.
Who was I talking to? They're like, did you get a Die Hard vibe out of this? I was like, yeah. It's Christmas. It's city buildings, skyscrapers.
Done. And
that's it.
list.
That's it.
Well,
Jumping out of windows.
Prone to injury,
Mhm.
kind of, he's scrappy.
Yeah.
I get the Die Hard vibe out of it.
Yeah. No, it looks really good.
I am very excited. Lots of Easter eggs from the Fraction series.
Mhm.
So.
Which is getting an omnibus, softcover omnibus collection in November. And we will have those.
Yeah, I really, really enjoy it.
Why the Last Man premiered.
Why the Last Man premiered?
I still haven't had time to watch it.
I haven't had the emotional capacity because I know that first episode is just going to be a wrecker.
No, it's going to be slapstick.
Yeah.
There's going to be people falling down, dying.
It's going to be like Every Which Way But Loose because there's a monkey.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just like that.
Exactly like that.
I don't know. There's always new nerd stuff.
There
Andrew
is.
Garfield is being really bad liar
Uh-huh.
about whether or not he was on set.
Right.
Stuff like that.
Yeah. What a dork.
Brian Alman, he's pretty interested in the Twisted Metal TV series.
Yeah, that sounds really cool because that was just a fun as hell game to play. Just driving around shooting each other's cars.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Brian Allman, that's what you needed, right? The gold cover. If that's the one you needed, I got it.
Yeah, I think that'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
More video game news. Teaser trailer for Wolverine, done by Insomniac Games. They're the guys who did the Spider-Man game.
This is the same Wolverine game that I wanted for Christmas in 1989.
It is. Yeah, it's weird. They heard your plea. They're just remaking it, remaster. He's asking about the X-Men 282.
Oh, 282. Okay. All right. I'll keep my eye out for that.
So that's exciting. Insomniac's a great publisher. Haley Atwell.
Yes, which I was excited about and then disappointed about.
Because you heard the role and
Yeah.
then the medium.
Yeah, I was
Mhm.
excited because, like, oh yeah, why didn't they do that with the last reboot? Like, she's perfect for that
And
role.
yeah, Alicia Vikander.
Yeah, which she's fine. She's a good actress. But, like, Haley Atwell's perfect for that. She's
Oh.
British.
Tell them what it is. They might not know.
Oh, yeah, so Haley Atwell is doing the voice of Lara Croft in a Tomb Raider animated series.
Mm-hmm. So that's pretty cool.
Sure. I hope it's good.
And speaking of animated series to live action, they just announced a She-Ra live action.
Oh, I saw that they were working on a She-Ra. I didn't know it was live action, which is that's silly.
Yeah.
Not silly in a bad way.
Noel Stevenson not attached to it at all. So it's just going to be its own thing.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we look at some comic books?
Yeah, why don't we do that? We're just talking about stuff.
So we're going to start off with what I'll call my book of the week. Primordial #1. Well, thank you, Michael. New Jeff Lemire book. Puts out a new title every couple weeks because he's amazing. This really, really gives me a less dark vibe of Department of Truth. Like it's an alternate history where the United States and the USSR stopped their space program because the animals they sent up kept dying. Or did they?
I loved this book. I loved it. And I was so mad
that it ended?
Well, no. I even tweeted at Jeff Lemire. I said, stop making good stuff.
We got a couple of variant covers here. They're all really good. At first I was like, nah, but they're just so really good covers.
This book, it's so great. Like, I wanted it to be kind of try hard, I guess, but I've been looking forward to this for quite a while. And the pacing's fantastic in the characterization, the writing, the art is phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's all so good, and it's so intriguing. And that last splash page, I'm like, yes, I need to read it.
It does take place in 1969.
Ew.
When there's also the rest of the alternate history. Kennedy is never elected president, and Nixon is president.
He won in a landslide.
Yeah. So we'll see. It's like Jeff Lemire's great because like last week we got May's book, which is like this beautiful, small, like dark, sad, like empathetic story, and then this is just like a weird, crazy sci-fi conspiracy book.
You would think it's completely different people,
because
the themes and the ideas don't cross over.
Yeah, and Andrea Sorrentino, who does the interior arts. At first, like it starts off with really good art, but it's like a style that I personally don't care for. But then, like as it progresses, like the artwork changes, and it's more not necessarily abstract, but it's more expressionistic. It's very.
That's exactly what I meant. Like as I read this, I started reading. I'm like, oh no, and then yeah.
I'm definitely looking forward to issue 2. What about Fight Girls? I hear there's some dinosaurs in this.
Yeah, it's great. I just really, really enjoy it. It's silly.
It's a good looking shark.
Ridiculous. Oh yeah. That's a megalodon. Thank you.
Oh, is this the same color as my shirt?
Yeah, kind of. Fight Girls is, I just told you, R-rated Hunger Games, but also this one's kind of like Jurassic World.
Okay.
And there's starting to be some semblance, a little bit of plot, but I was wrong. They actually have 2 more issues.
Yes, 2 more issues.
See how that goes. But they're running out of girls. They started with 10. I think there's.
That's always the story. Running out of girls.
2 left.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, that's how a battle royale goes.
Yeah, it's been fun. That's it.
We'll do this next because I didn't read that. Beyond the Breach #3. Ed Brisson book. This has been really fun. Each issue has been compelling. I want to know what happens next.
Mm-hmm.
This old man is from another dimension, another planet, as is this little creature, as is this person. Shoot, I forget. I know I've explained the premise of the book before. I'm just trying to remember
Have you?
if I remember. The main character, she's starting her own road trip. She had a bad week, and she's like, I need a road trip. And then in the middle of the day, she falls asleep. Everybody falls asleep. And she wakes up, and there's creatures and monsters and weird stuff going on. And she saves this little boy from being devoured by some creature. The little boy's parents are not so lucky. And then they're saved by the weird old man with the fungus hat.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah. It's really good. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of different like designs. Like you get good modern human characters. You get these almost Jim Henson type furry guys.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get like 70s underground fantasy. Like it's really weird. It's good. I like it. So, what about the Trial of Magneto?
So Scarlet Witch is dead. Spoiler. A lot of people think Magneto killed her.
Uh-huh.
First issue was pretty explosive with a lot of arguments and fights. This one, the Avengers come to Gravella.
They're not allowed.
Well, to honor her because I mean
Okay.
they brought the Vision with them, and X-Men in the last couple of years have they have these few people, a couple of mutants who working together can resurrect people.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And they had voted not to resurrect her in the first issue.
Okay.
And then the Avengers are going through, they can see all the stuff, and then it's like, oh no, our secret's gonna be
Right.
But Emma Frost does her Emma Frost stuff
Uh-huh.
and like makes it all look like a beach or something like that. But yeah, at the end of the issue, Scarlet Witch is gone forever.
Forever.
Or is she?
I don't know. I take your word for it.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's also I Am Batman #1 by John Ridley. Didn't read this either because I have not been a fan of the Batman books lately.
It's kind of muddled.
Yes, that's what John Ridley Batmans have been. Because he did like the Future States and
I mean,
the next Batman.
he's an interesting character, but it's like a lot of the issue it felt like I was reading what Peanuts adults sound like.
Okay.
And like there's a part of me like I stopped and I was like, why do I care? It wasn't the best.
Mhm.
But it's a #1, so start reading him right now.
Speaking of #1s, we've got Harley Quinn, the animated series, the Eat, Bang, Kill Tour.
Christian is here.
Hi, Christian. This picks up after the season 2 finale of the TV series.
Which you need to watch.
Yes, Emily would like Batman, or she's
No.
just saying I am Batman. Okay.
Yes. That's it. It's
Yeah.
I really enjoyed this.
Yes.
It was cute. It was a lot like the show, less vulgar.
Less vulgar. I actually got quite a bit of like almost an Animaniacs feel from this, more so than like from the cartoon. The cartoon is like Venture Brothers in the DC universe, where
Yeah.
this felt more
It was wacky.
it's more wackier.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, they're going on a road trip.
Mhm.
It's a good device
Yeah,
for a short
It's good.
series.
I've been anticipating the 3rd season of the show. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
I just burn right through those first 2.
But it's
And here's
also
Great cover.
pretty adorable.
It
Like-
is.
Some really
There's
the facial expressions are really cute.
legit like emotion in it.
and the art of that one panel of Ivy, like,
Yeah.
it was good. That was
Yeah.
really good.
Christian pointed this out yesterday. This looks very, very much like not Jeff Dar. That's a different artwork. Shoot,
Ooh, what?
I forgot his name.
I don't know what you're
Darwin Cook. That's what it is.
Oh,
Darwin.
okay.
Darwin Cook artwork. It looks a lot like it. Obviously, it's not him because he's dead. But if it was intended as an homage, they did a great job.
It was fun.
It is fun. I think that's the book that I've had more people like subscribe to today than any of the other number ones.
And it's also Jim Gordon, like, is just like
He's
this.
manic.
He's absolutely manic, and he is like one of those over the top, like, law enforcement, like,
Mhm.
like kind of like boss hoggy kind of thing. And I want him to be like, "I'll get you next time," kind of. He's great.
And what's fun is you can hear them when you're reading it.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun. Titans United #1, another new Titans book.
Yeah. I mean, I do read all of them out loud in character.
Right, I believe you. Your
Wait.
cat gets freaked out.
Yeah, he does not like it.
More Teen Titans. I didn't read it.
I read it and I really enjoyed it. The Titans are kind of like out and about, and then an attack happens from a guy who can't control what's happening to him,
Mm-hmm.
and he starts like taking their powers
Mhm.
and using them against him, and he's scared and confused.
And Nightwing's like, haha, I don't have powers.
Speaking of definitely one of the best lines of dialogue I read this week was, oh gosh, Wonder Girl? I don't remember her name.
Mhm.
Yeah. Red Hood's being Red Hood and like
Mhm.
real snarky and stuff like that. And she said, "I thought the only dick around here was Nightwing." And I was like, that's fantastic. I really liked that.
Final issue of the House of Lost Horizons, a Sarah Jewell mystery from the world of Hellboy. Again, I didn't read this one. I think I missed issue 4 due to time constraints. But you read it. You got caught up on it.
I did read it.
Yeah. Good, satisfying conclusion.
It did.
Does the house fly away?
The stuff happens to the house.
Okay.
I want to say more about it, but I'm not
Okay.
gonna.
I definitely enjoyed the first 3 issues that I read.
It follows the vein of Agatha Christie-esque.
Mhm. But supernatural.
Yes.
Agatha Christie with spirits.
What was also
And or
kind of
demons.
nice about it is Sarah Jewell is not immediately like, well, there has to be a logical explanation to supernatural. No, she fully believes
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Which is different, you know?
Yes.
She's not a kook because she's like, okay, well, there could be murderers, but then there could also be ghosts.
Yeah.
And she's fine with that.
I'm pretty sure everybody in the house is accepting of the supernatural.
Yeah.
All right. Another #1. I'm kind of split on this book. Ma from Boom. Look at that beautiful cover.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit darker than I enjoy. I enjoy absurd dark, and this is realistic dark.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't see that.
Yeah. They haven't got to it yet, but there's definitely supernatural stuff that is going to happen, as evidenced by this cover. There's going to be some spooky, culty stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but there's some real life stuff that happens that I am uncomfortable with, and it kind of detracts from the enjoyment of the story for me. But it's essentially a story of 2 sisters going off to a women's retreat on the beach to commune and be more in touch with being women, you know.
So it's it's got a huge influence of third wave feminism in it, and I think it runs a very fine line. Like we had talked about off camera. This really strongly portrays violence against women, and it was difficult to read.
Like, it's well written, it's just uncomfortable.
They need to be careful in the following issues, I guess, as far as like what message they're trying to send.
Right.
I mean, it was definitely interesting. Not what I had expected from reading about it previously.
See, I read about the new books. I read about them like 2 months in advance when I order them, like that's, and then I forget about them, and then they show up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd forgotten anything that I read about it until I read it last night.
I start remembering when I read issues, and then it advertises, "Oh, this is coming up." I was like, "Oh yeah, right."
But yeah,
that's why I've been so excited for like Primordial and stuff.
Overall, I enjoyed Mom. I hope that it continues to be well written with really good artwork.
Uh-huh. But I mean, there's a kind of a midsummer vibe to it.
Yeah,
too.
yeah, yes. Hey, Lasco.
Mm-hmm. So, moving on to something a little more heartwarming.
This is my kind of dark. Red Room number 4. Need I say more?
Give us the tour.
That doesn't rhyme.
Yeah, kind of. You don't rhyme.
Yeah, more of the same. Good old-fashioned horror torture book. The cover A is done in the fashion of a classic EC Comics. Cover B, the 1 in 5 copy, is Ed Piskor and Jim Rugg's YouTube channel. Their little, little logo, their little cover image.
Mm-hmm.
Their cartoonist kayfabe YouTube channel, except Red Roomified. There's a really cool. What was it? There was the 1 in 10 cover. No, the 1 in 15 cover was a Spawn homage. It was a Spawn cover by Jim Rugg. We had somebody special order that. And then there was a 1 in 20 cover that was done by Jeff Darrow. And that's why I was mixing up his name with which the copy of that we got was damaged. So hopefully we get replenished on that. All right. So lastly, for new releases.
Brian agreed that the Spawn cover was cool.
Yeah, it was very cool. Hellboy one-shot, Hellboy in the BPRD 1957 Family Ties. It's a good, fun little story. Did you read it?
I did.
Yeah. It's not one of the best Hellboy like one-shots, but it's if you haven't read it any Hellboy before, that's a good like baseline. And reading that, I was reminded that they just put out a couple months ago the Hellboy Universe Essentials trade paperback for $15, and I was like, I don't need that. I have everything. But then, like looking at the stories that are in it, like these are all of my favorite stories. They're all like one shots, 3 or 4 pages that were in the backup of something, 2 issue books. Like there's the Chained Coffin, which is iconic. The Third Wish, Pancakes, The Corpse, which if you saw the first Hellboy movie, he's got the corpse. That's what this is from. It's this this is a great dive into Hellboy. This is what I find Hellboy to be. So,
I mean, I liked that issue.
Mm-hmm.
There's kind of fun, creepy story.
Yeah.
The only thing though is like Hellboy didn't have to be in it. I guess.
Yeah.
It could have been any other character or person.
Yeah.
So I was like, what does he uniquely bring to the table? I guess.
That's accepting him as just a character. He's just a character in this universe. He's just a person.
Sure.
He doesn't have to be doing.
But I mean, if
breaking
your name's that big,
castles.
if you've got
Well, it's and the BPRD. And it's 1957. He's only 12 years old in this. He's only 12 years old.
Massive.
He was pretty skinny, though.
Well, yeah, that's fair.
Okay, the last new release thing, Stray Dogs, the trade paperback came out.
Spooky, scary,
We got a few of them.
good fun.
I still think I only read the first issue so far, but it's amazing. Everybody who had been reading it has loved it, so now you can just buy the book instead of trying to find the issues.
I mean, that quote at the front page, that's perfect for it. It's what you get when you cross Silence of the Lambs with All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Mhm.
It's like, yeah, definitely.
So
And-
it's a very fun but dark book.
And it's so cutesy.
It's cute.
It's so cutesy.
It's cute. Like,
But-
it's like, yeah, it's that almost Don Bluth style
Mhm.
animal design.
Like, flick, flick, flick.
Yeah.
But horrifying.
$16.99. Yeah, $16.99. We got a few of them left. I ordered, I think, 8 of them, and there was like 4 left. Because it's a great book.
Hmm.
Somebody made mention of there being like alternate covers for the trade paperback, but I haven't seen anything about that.
That's not very common.
It's not very common, but it's not unheard of. Yep. So those were the new releases that we felt deserving for you
Mhm.
this week.
There were a couple of other like continuings, and
Mhm.
there were a couple of number ones that like we flipped through, but it's like,
Yeah.
eh.
Yeah, not every book is great.
No, it's true. But those are some of the ones we liked.
Mm-hmm. What time is it? 7:30 already.
7:30. Yep,
Well, I suppose we should start looking at some old books.
I think we should. And these are most of these are like brand new to the show.
Maybe, sure.
No.
Maybe. We'll see. We see how many complaints we get.
Well, too bad because we won't address them. Because we won't have to.
Gonna go over there.
I'm gonna. Here we go.
All right. Marvel Premiere number 2, The Power of Warlock. This is the issue where he becomes Adam. The little girl's like, hey, you look like an Adam.
It's like, okay.
Issue prior to this, he was named Warlock. Prior to that, he was just him.
Hold on. I apparently need to specifically address that M is watching. Thanks, M.
Hi, Adam.
Hello.
Batman with Robin, the Teen Wonder, number 237. I have this graded at a 2.
Oof.
It's really not as bad as it sounds. It's a 2 mainly because of this chunk of corner missing.
But if you keep the post-it there,
You never know.
no one will ever know.
Outside of that, it does have like there's a chunk of the spine missing. But if this was there, I would have it probably at a 4. But it's $30. First appearance of Reaper. Creative name for that design. There's fun Marvel character cameos because it takes place at Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
And there are people dressed up as Captain America and Hawkeye, I think, and other people. Quicksilver.
I'm surprised you didn't save that for next month.
I've got a stack of Halloween books. I have to save them.
Are we doing only Halloween?
That's it.
on
Only
October?
Halloween.
Only spooky.
Only
books?
spooky books for all of October.
No.
Strange Tales 179, Warlock.
And also Death Ship.
Well, yeah.
Hmm.
Which is a terrible movie, by the way. Death Ship. Terrible.
But Ghost Ship.
Ghost Ship stole the poster for Death Ship.
Yeah, but that opening scene was awesome.
Yes. Anyway. First appearance of Pip the Troll. Right there.
We featured Pip a couple of times.
Yeah, actually. Somewhere in these stacks, I believe I have the death of Pip the Troll as well. But we'll get there. We'll get there when we get there. Scarlet Witch number 1. That excellent art, excellent cover.
That reminded me of Andrew Baker.
This was around the same time as that series,
Yeah.
as the Hawkeye series. Lucifer number 1.
Which is just ending. It's 5-season run on Netflix.
Is it ending?
Very much so.
Okay.
Yeah, this is it. It's
All right.
done.
They're not getting saved again?
Nope. But apparently it's been very satisfying.
Good. Good. I started watching it. I know people enjoy it. Even people that read the comic and know that the comic is drastically different than the show. They have been enjoying the show. Justice League of America number 14. The Atom joins the Justice League.
And is immediately just
Thrown
stuck
in a hamster wheel.
Yeah. Little gerbil ball.
It's also the first appearance of the mutated Hector Hammond. It's not Halloween yet. What stalks the
Yes!
Gotham Knight?
That. Oh, I love it. I love this cover.
This is a prelude to what we'll be doing in October.
Mm-hmm. I just really enjoy this.
It's great. And I love how he's like angry fisting.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, rah. All right. No, that's not ready for that one. Amazing Spider-Man 127. Nothing too key about this other than it's 2 issues away from the Punisher.
So get ready.
Superman number 213.
Well,
Features an appearance by Brainiac 5.
the best Brainiac.
Sure. Sure. Here's another spooky one. Teen Titans number 34.
It's her own Wonder Girl, and she's turned into a witch. Well, dang. Ding dang. I think there's just a wolf there.
Mm-hmm. And it's not green, so you know it's not Beast Boy.
Mm-hmm. Eric also agreed that Brainiac 5 was the best Brainiac.
Brian, do you want the Teen Titans?
Stating the title.
Punisher number 1, first issue of the Unlimited series, which turns out to be false because it was very limited. It ended.
Look at the size of that gun. I'm sorry. That's like a bazooka. He's firing into a bedroom window.
There you go, Brian. And since we just talked about Grendel getting his own TV show, we've got the second printing of Devil by the Deed graphic novel from 1988, I believe, with an introduction by Alan Moore. For only $5. It's not in the best shape, but if you just want to figure out who this character is and why he's getting a show,
if you want to read that, sounds superior to your friends when it comes out, like you read it before it was cool and they're doing it wrong, now's your chance.
someone's not bitter. Doom Patrol number 1, Volume 2, number 1.
It's called social engineering.
This is in about 2019 issues, I think, is when Grant Morrison takes over. And that's the Doom Patrol that we all know and love. This is more akin to the original run, but just in the 80s. It's still weird. Still fun.
Okay.
But it's not great until Grant Morrison gets there.
And then it does get pretty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ask Eric. Those are first batch of books. Let us know if you have any questions.
Mm-hmm. Trying to think of more news. Oh, so the Back to the Future musical is about to debut at London's West End, and their lead, Roger Bart, has COVID, so they're going to open it with his understudy.
All right.
That's something.
I'm kind of surprised Huey Lewis signed off on the musical rights.
All of the songs featured are apparently in the musical.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Mhm.
Huey Lewis, not notoriously, but he's like declined licensing for a lot of stuff.
Well, what are the big songs in that?
Power of Love,
Johnny B. Good.
Back in Time. That's not Huey Lewis.
Right, but that's in the musical.
Huey Lewis did like 4 or 5 songs for it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, great songs.
But yeah, they will make a musical about anything.
Including Beetlejuice.
Well, yes, including Beetlejuice, which it was just announced is starting back up again. Performance is starting in April. Tickets go on sale October 1st, and yes, I'm buying some, and I'm flying to New York to see it. I'm very excited.
Wow.
Whatever, it's great.
It is great. I'm excited for you.
Thank you. Somebody knows me. Those are books. Yeah. Let's try new books. What are other books?
Other books. Other books. Okay, I got other books.
Mm-hmm.
How about Frank Miller with Klaus Jansson's Electra Saga 1 through 4? The whole shebang for $30. All in excellent condition.
And she doesn't die in this,
Shh, spoilers.
unlike every other issue that we feature with her in it.
Does she not die in this?
I
I don't recall.
don't believe she does.
Right. We've got a little X-Men. First appearance of Jubilee, hanging out at the mall with the ladies.
Mm-hmm. Which is how the animated series started.
Mm-hmm.
Eric, he said that Elektra is the only character who dies as Optimus Jean Grey. Which is...
Daredevil 155. Daredevil 156.
Wait, that's Daredevil fighting Daredevil. That's crazy.
Daredevil 157. And wouldn't you believe it, Daredevil 158 is the issue where Frank Miller starts contributing, and we don't have that this week.
Oh.
But we do have Daredevil 171. Just kicking Kingpin in the face.
Which, there's been speculation that Kingpin is gonna be in the Hawkeye show.
There's been so much speculation, Vincent D'Onofrio is joking about it.
Yeah.
Daredevil 172. Great cover. I know you love Bullseye jumping with a sword.
I do. My friends are just yelling at each other in the YouTube comments.
Hi, Alex.
She doesn't like to be famous about things.
This is an oddity that I was very excited to come across. This book won an Eisner last year.
Ooh.
And it's crazy because we have Little Bird the Ashcan. Ashcans are little, generally small-sized previews of the first issue. And this was just in perfect condition, sitting in the back room. Don't know where it came from. Don't know why someone didn't grab it. I missed out on reading this as it was coming out, and I haven't gotten around to reading the trade. But apparently it's fantastic. The artwork is phenomenal.
For some reason, I feel like I have number 1 on that.
You may.
I may.
How about some Kung Fu?
Yeah. Yes, please.
We've got Master of Kung Fu Annual number 1. First pairing of Shang-Chi and Iron Fist.
Nice message from Sean.
All right, Brian wants the Little Bird. I kind of figured that.
Yeah. Smart.
I kind of knew that was going to happen. Giant size Master of Kung Fu number 3. What do I have down here? First appearance of Shadow Stalker. First appearance of Oliver Preston. And first appearance of Dr. Petrie. All very, very famous characters.
Absolutely.
Very, very famous. In Master of Kung Fu number 105, the first appearance of the second Razor Fist. Not the first Razor Fist.
Not the first.
Got a few more spooky books. I'm going to put them on the bottom so you're not too scared of them.
Thank you.
We've got House of Secrets number 67, featuring artwork by Alex Toth on Eclipso. Alex Toth, of course, most famous for creating Space Ghost, but he's a fantastic artist and a curmudgeon.
Who does not like what people have done to Space Ghost.
Or anything he's ever done.
Yeah.
He does not like other people. Or new things. House of Secrets number 68. And this guy right in the
Morlun?
that guy in the corner there, that is
Mark Marson?
Mark Merlin.
Merlin. That makes more sense.
And then I've got issue 73 where Mark Merlin becomes Prince Raman. R-A-M-A-N. So he's Prince Ramen.
Lord of Noodles.
Lord of Noodles. Lord of Broth. And so this is technically the first appearance of Prince Raman. Here's another one Mr. Ullman may want. We've got number 1 of Clive Barker's Hellraiser.
Ooh.
From Epic Comics. In excellent condition.
Yeah, that looks pretty nice.
I believe the first handful of these were square bound. I think they ran for like 20 plus issues, I believe. And of course, Epic Comics was kind of an indie imprint of Marvel. So they could get away with stuff.
Yeah, he's gonna try that.
Yeah.
Smart.
Another thing, we've got almost in excellent condition, almost perfect condition, from 1989, Grant Morrison's Arkham Asylum, with beautiful, creepy art by Dave McKean. Did all the covers for Sandman.
Yep, the art in that's tough for me.
Like this is groundbreaking material. First printing hardcover. $40. I say it's in almost perfect condition because in the back cover, the sleeve, the dust jacket, there's just like a couple small spots of like smudging. These are fun. I think we're going to stay on this screen for a little bit. I'm going to make some space.
Okay.
So I've been promising for a little while that I'd bring in some underground comics. I finally have. So right up front, we've got
Just in time for us to.
yes, Imagine #1, featuring art by Neil Adams and Dave Sim
Wow.
from 1978. This is a bit more modern and it's in rough shape. Faust #2. And Faust is not for the squeamish. Faust is rough, and I believe Faust it's getting a TV series or an animated series or something. There's something about it. Something about it spiking. But this is issue #2. I have it graded at a 4 because it is in rough shape. But I mean, unless you live in a big city, like you're not gonna come across Faust.
Oh, animated series.
Yeah, it's gonna be like the pervy version of the Spawn animated series.
Yeah.
Rubber Duck #1, first printing. Is that accurate? I think that's accurate.
I am not familiar.
Yeah. 1971. It's kind of a bit of a dirty book, silly dirty book. Yellow Dog #1. No, #21.
Wow, these are pretty radically different than
Yeah.
the stuff that we've shown before.
And this is the big one for the underground comics. We've got XYZ, first print. It's a collection of different artists. Right on the cover there, that's the legendary Robert Crumb artwork. And in the very back, the back story is the classic Robert Crumb Fuzzy Bunnies.
Okay.
Which, if you've ever seen the movie One Crazy Summer with John Cusack, he's an animator. He draws the fuzzy bunnies and they come to life. That's $40.
Very interesting.
I do have more of these books at home, sitting, waiting for me to grade them. Some of them we cannot sell, like, because they're just pornography.
Oh.
Where these are like
There's a semblance of
naughty
a story.
satire, like it's just like.
Is that why you're grading them at home?
Yep.
Very interesting. Oh no, Brian.
Yeah, that's. There's a really great documentary about him back in the 90s, which is where I discovered him. Such a weird, sad man. Like his brother died like 6 months after they filmed his interviews. It's just a sad documentary. Weird and informative. That's all.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Just a weird guy. In case you weren't aware.
Let me think if I've got. So, okay, that Twisted Metal TV series.
Uh-huh.
Do you hear Anthony Mackie's lead role in
Yeah.
that? Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It is cool.
Other casting news. Gwendolyn Christie gonna be in Tim Burton's Addams Family show.
As
Neighbor, not one of the Adamses.
But they've started production on that already.
Yeah, I guess it's like she's gonna be like Morticia's rival and like a teacher and stuff like that. Though. So I love Gwendolyn Christie, so
She's pretty fantastic. Yeah. Who is it? I follow somebody on Instagram and they're like in the cast and like they're like, I forget who it is, but they're like, we're in, I forget where they went. They're filming in another country. I want to say Bucharest, but that's just because I have Avengers on the mind.
Sure. Oh, so I don't think anybody else is going to care about this, but I just found
Mhm.
out. We both loved Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso is fantastic.
Yes, and the main female character, played by Hannah Waddingham.
The boss.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
who's also fantastic and brilliant.
Uh-huh.
Did you know she played the?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I was
Yes.
so excited. I was so excited to make that connection.
Well, yeah, it's something that I found out, a month or two ago. But she was the rich lady from Ted Lasso was the shame lady from Game of Thrones.
The Septa.
Yeah. Shame.
I thought it was super cool. I was very excited to share that with you. Terrible. I quit. But yeah. It looks cool.
Yeah, no, it's very cool. It's fun when you find out, when you learn actors are in things.
I mean, I know you didn't want that to sound
That's
condescending.
exactly.
You know what you should do?
Sit in a chair that slowly sinks.
You should show more books.
Okay, hold on. Will in a minute.
Alex, what's the twist and nettle again?
Video game where you have the cars and they drive around shooting each other.
Yeah, it's
Most famous for the clown ice cream truck.
and they're making a show about it. And Anthony Mackie is starring in it.
Does anybody here like Captain America?
No.
Okay.
You know what I want to see?
What?
Rogers the musical.
I really hope they have at least like 2 musical numbers filmed in full so they can show those.
That'd be pretty cool.
All right. I'm trying to show more comics.
Okay.
About a month ago, somebody called up and said, "Hey, I'm looking for Captain America 120 through like 180." I was like, "Okay, well, give me a few days and I'll see what I can dig up." And he never came back, never called, never nothing. So now they're going out. Captain America 120. Captain America 121. First appearance of Man Brute.
Ooh.
He's just a guy who likes to drink champagne. Captain America 126. First time Sam Wilson wears Captain America's suit.
That's big.
Yes. Unfortunately, I have it graded out of 3 because in between these pages, there's a section where a worm just ate through everything. It's amazing he didn't eat the cover. I don't know why. Just all the pages from cover to cover, just not the cover. Captain America 130. Oh, featuring Porcupine. We love Porcupine. We've got his first appearance somewhere.
Yeah, I remember seeing
And
it.
Whirlwind, and of course, Batroc the Leaper.
Which, I mean, I know they had to pull lots of characters for the movies, but I was surprised Batroc made the list.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's a fighter. Somebody good to go hand to hand with.
Yes, and.
Captain America 135.
So, is that. Who's that? Is that like a.
I believe I forget his name, but we also had his first appearance in a Tales of
The
Suspense.
Wendigo?
No.
I don't know.
Captain America 144.
Looks like they're splitting up.
Captain America 153. First appearance of William Burnside as Captain as Captain America, with Jack Monroe as Bucky. If I'm not mistaken, that's the guy who became Captain America while Steve Rogers was Nomad, and then like a couple issues later, he gets killed by Red Skull because Red Skull's pissed that it's not Steve Rogers.
Yeah, happens.
Captain America 164, first appearance of Nightshade. Look, werewolf. Not just werewolf. Look at that outfit. Guess who it is?
Hey, that looks pretty familiar.
Captain America 169, first cameo appearance of Moonstone. $170.
Okay.
Yeah, trying to read. Uh, 178, first appearance of Roscoe Simmons. I don't know who that is.
I don't know. I'm a little not informed on my older Cap and Falcon stuff.
And 180, first mention of Roxxon and first appearance of Nomad. So those are some Captain America books if you're feeling patriotic.
Well, I mean, he's not super patriotic in some of these issues, like specifically. Or at least not just a tool of the government.
What was that word?
Government. So, a little worm ate through the pages of that one issue,
It did.
but not the cover.
Not the cover.
That's why they call it a bookworm.
Exactly.
Not a cover worm.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that looks like a slabbed book.
It is a slabbed book.
What? We don't feature those here.
Well, it's a weird slabbed book, and I'll tell you why.
Why?
Why don't you come back over here?
I'm gonna.
So, somebody a few months ago ordered the Milestone Returns issue number 0. And we've had a little bit of a turnover with employees here. And whichever employee they did the order with special ordered the pre-release CGC version of it.
Uh-huh.
So now we have Milestone Returns number 0, CGC'd at 9.8.
Interesting.
Interesting indeed. There's zero speculation on this book. Although it is the first appearance of a team called Duo.
I mean, just like the Providence. Usually. Huh, okay.
So here we go.
If you want to start a slab collection and not spend a lot of money.
I have a feeling this is going to end up going to a lot of conventions with us. And here's a fun little oddity. I know Brian Allman was curious about it. He wanted it. Going back to Stray Dogs. A few weeks ago, Image Comics sent out a thank you to retailers. It's a retailer incentive. It is just a collection of the variant covers for Stray Dogs. So all of those really awesome horror movie variant covers are all collected in this.
Those are cool.
They're very cool.
There's
The
some
Thing,
really, really good
The
covers.
Evil Dead, Silence of the Lambs,
Psycho.
Psycho. There's so many good covers in this book. And again, they just sent it out one copy to retailers.
So it's ours.
It is.
So we read it. We enjoy it.
We look at it. There's not much to read.
Ah,
So fair market price for it, $90. You go on eBay, it's selling for crazy money. If you're a big fan of those stray dogs.
I was waiting for the trade on that one, so I'm pretty excited.
Yes.
I read the free comic book day
Mhm.
one. It met expectations.
Yeah. Well, it's like even people that like only read superhero comics like love it. People that like only read indie comics love it. Like it's a universally loved comic. Just because it's different and well written
Mhm.
with great art. Let's go spend some money, shall we?
Okay.
I found this in a box the other day. New Mutants 98.
Hey, who's that character in the middle there?
First appearance of Deadpool. First faux appearance of Domino.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Got this one graded out of 6. Our buddy George, who's helping us sort through books, found this the other day. Avengers Annual number 10. First appearance of Rogue, as well as Madeline Pryor.
Interesting. Huh. I just think that's kind of cool because it's like they're so iconic for like X-Men. I
Yes.
mean, not Avengers, but X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't have a whole lot of interconnection themselves, but for them to both still be around and be as important as they are to debut in the first issue is pretty cool.
It's weird how comics work. You never know like which character is gonna like stick around.
Yeah.
Amazing Spider-Man 73. First appearance of Silvermane. First appearance of Man Mountain Marco. Speaking of characters that stick around.
Mr. Eidson's here.
Hello.
Hi.
Are you claiming that New Mutants?
I believe he is.
I knew it wouldn't last long. That's one that I think we've got 2 copies out at CGC.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll replace that with another $100 book. Avengers 196. First full appearance of Taskmaster.
It's hard to not do that.
I mean, I don't do it.
Well, yeah.
Sure. Captain America number 168. First appearance of Baron Helmut Zemo. Of course, he's in disguise. But he's a full-fledged character, so it doesn't count as a cameo.
Mm-hmm.
What does we do there?
And he was portrayed pretty well by Daniel Bruhl.
Mm-hmm. Thor number 126, which we like to say is technically the first issue of Thor. It's technically Thor number 1, because issue 126 was Journey into Mystery.
Why?
Yes, that's what I said.
Mm-hmm.
Bloodstone number 1, first appearance of Elsa Bloodstone, daughter of what's his name? Ulysses Bloodstone, who is an old school vampire hunter from the Tomb of Dracula series.
And we've said before when we featured it, there's a lot of speculation for that because we think Marvel's going to make some monster movies,
Mm-hmm.
and she might have a pretty significant role.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Mr. Miracle number 1, 110. Tales to Astonish number 62, first cameo appearance of the leader.
Hulk just looking rough there.
Mm-hmm. Needs to take a nap. The classic Secret Wars number 8. Jazz hands. She was busy yawning. She couldn't say it like she always does.
Jazz hands!
Got 2 copies here. First full appearance of Mr. Sinister.
Personal hero.
Got one at an 8, and we've got one at a 7.
Mm-hmm.
And here's another one. We've got 2 copies of The Power of Marvel Premiere #1, Power of Warlock. Got one at a 5. We've got one at a 4. Now this is picking up a lot of momentum because this is literally this issue right here, the 5. This is one that literal copy that we had on the live sales 6 months ago, and we had it priced at like $60. But now that Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is in production, people are specking that he's going to be in it, and I believe rumors are Alexander Skarsgård auditioned for it.
Huh.
So there'll be 2 Skarsgårds in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
It's a big family
It is a big family.
of actors.
It's too big a family. Amazing Spider-Man 361. Got the newsstand at a 7. First appearance of Carnage, only 2 weeks away. And we've got the direct for 361 or 275. I was looking at the book number.
I'm looking forward to that. One thing I hope it's not as dark, like literally
Visually dark?
Visually dark. Because like that last half hour in the first movie, you could barely see anything. Like with the big fight.
I don't remember.
It's because you thought your eyes were closed and you were sleeping.
Venom #3. First full appearance of the King in Black Null. I like to think this is a Jaws homage.
Yeah, okay.
I like to think a lot of things.
Yeah. Out loud, unfortunately.
Here's another one that wasn't worth this much last time we had it. Star Wars #2.
Ooh.
110. I think that we had this for $50 last time we had one of this quality.
It's jumped up. I heard that they're going to make movies out of that series.
Wait, movies out of Star Wars?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That doesn't make sense. I couldn't imagine the budget. First appearance of Han Solo, Chewbacca, Obi-Wan Kenobi. A lot of first appearances in this one.
So the first issues, do you think are those like retellings of the movies?
The first 6 issues is the first movie.
First movie, yeah, that makes sense.
And then it goes into the weird, like, the rabbit guy,
Mm-hmm.
Green Rabbit. The last book we're doing tonight, we can sit here for 20 minutes if we want to. Marvel Special Edition #15, first appearance of Shang-Chi. Again, another book 6 months ago, even though we knew the movie was coming out, did not cost us much. Movie's out, it's doubled in price.
Well, I mean, it's a smash hit. I think a lot of people were waiting for that movie to fail.
Yeah, you're probably right.
And then it did not.
It didn't.
And then Simulo,
Not only that, is breaking records. Yeah.
using his old stock photos, which was great. It was very good.
Yeah, so those are the last comics you'll see on our Wednesday night show.
I wish we had some clips to roll back.
Remember when?
Yeah, I mean it's been almost a year.
Yeah,
It's a lot of shows.
it's a lot.
A lot of dead
It's
air.
almost 52.
Almost. A lot of dead air. Lots of
Lot.
jokes that didn't land.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. A lot of being tired. I can't even tell you how many of these I drank.
Mr. Eidson's making a very smart choice in getting the XYZ.
Very well. Where'd I put it?
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll still be chilling on Saturdays,
Mhm.
11 o'clock on the Comic Book Shopping Network Facebook page.
Mhm.
And I believe, are we good at the 4 o'clock? Are we doing 4 o'clock?
I still have to confirm with Jen.
Okay.
But we'll see.
Yeah, we're going to try to do 2 shows on Saturdays because we're here anyway.
Yeah. And we, if our show is at 11 a.m. here,
Mhm.
that means it's 8 a.m. on a Saturday
Yes.
for like California and all them. And
Just think of Hawaii.
oh gosh,
All our viewers in Hawaii.
all of our viewers in Hawaii. Yeah, it'll give us a little bit of a break. You don't have to
Mhm.
rush to prep stuff.
Yeah.
We don't have to read so many books on a Tuesday
Mhm.
night.
Yeah, on those big Tuesdays when there's a lot of stuff that needs read, like,
Uh-huh.
it's exhausting. Because I generally don't get home till 8 or 9.
I've worked all day. You've worked all day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tuesdays and Wednesdays are normally my 10 to 12-hour days
Mm-hmm.
to begin with.
So I think we'll enjoy this break.
Yes.
I'll enjoy the break from you. No, I'm kidding.
Sound like my mom.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. I'm wondering how many episodes of Y the Last Man is on Hulu.
Like currently?
Yeah. Because Ruben said that he watched the first 3, and he thinks that all of them are on. All of them have dropped, as he says.
Dropped. Is that what the cool kids are saying?
That's what he says.
Oh, so no. No, I love it.
Ruben's great, no matter how mean she is to him. But yeah, I don't know Hulu to be an all-at-once channel.
Yeah, John, we're taking a little break. We'll still be on Saturdays though.
Yeah, still be here Saturday mornings. Sunday or Wednesdays are too hectic for us.
For now.
For
Until
now.
we
Yeah.
get our lives together. The first 3 episodes are out.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be able to watch 3 episodes on Friday.
Hey. Did you hear Only Murders in the Building? Renewed.
Really?
Season 2. Wait,
Hmm.
I knew a thing you didn't about
What?
news.
You did.
Yes.
Yes. Well, that kind of spoils, like, the first season.
Why? It could be all new people.
That's true.
It could be a different building.
It could be.
They could branch out.
They better not.
Only murders in the courtyard.
No, just the courtyard,
Only murders at the hot dog cart.
which is a great show. If you guys haven't been watching it, it's a great show.
Yes.
Steve Martin, Martin Short.
Which I didn't think I was going to enjoy this as much. Also, Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez.
She's been very good in it, but she's not a selling point.
Well, yeah, but she's like an equal like character in them.
Yes.
And yeah, I'm liking her.
Yeah. I mean, I get more excited about the Tina Fey cameos.
Have you seen the latest one?
I saw Fridays
Okay.
when they meet Tina Fey.
Oh, no.
And you're behind.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Then I'm behind?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, they release on Mondays
Oh, that's weird. Then I'm behind.
at like 11 o'clock.
Anyway, we should probably talk about comic book stuff.
Okay. Hey, people come here for one-stop shop. All the nerd news. Don't they? Right?
Do they?
I don't know. We talked about The Walking Dead last season.
Is it the last season?
Mm-hmm. Negan. Whew.
I haven't watched the show since I think the 4th season, and it's not because of any reason. It's just I fell off of it and never got back on.
Yeah, it's time for that show to be over.
I'm indifferent.
Somebody interesting was just cast in their spin-off. I don't remember who.
Bruce Willis.
Yep. Okay. Alex is saying, talk about Wheel of Time.
Oh yeah, no, that looks really good.
Mhm.
I've never read the books. I know nothing about the lore, but the
Make
trailer
it up.
looks
Like,
good.
what do you think happens in that?
Well, it's a Wheel of Time, so therefore it's a clock.
Sure. I mean, that's the only logical thing.
No, I know there's like magic people. The men are bad.
I mean, generally.
The magic men are bad. They
Mhm.
use their magic evilly. And then there's the women. And then the women magicians use it for good, and there's a bunch of different factions, and they all wear different colors.
Hmm.
And it visually looks very good.
Okay. Like different, like Harry Potter houses, or
Yes. Like I think they all have different like philosophies and stuff.
Interesting.
I don't know. Again, I never read the book, but it looks good. And what's her face is in it?
Oh, okay.
I forget her name. I think the only named actor in it is it Rebecca Ferguson. I forget.
I don't know.
All of the exciting content.
Okay. So many clocks. Shock. I love what's her face.
Mhm.
Oh, from Gone Girl. That one. That what's her face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That what's her face.
Blondie McGee.
Sure.
I don't know. I know it's. I want to say Emily.
Rosamund
Blunt, but I
Pike.
very much know it's not.
Rosamund
Yeah.
Pike. That's who it is.
We feel better now.
I knew it was an R name.
We don't have much else to. Okay.
Yeah. I'm just leaving. No, I'm
Okay. I'll wrap up the show then.
gonna cover up these Captain Americas with this week's new releases. So you can flicker back and forth in between cameras.
Thank you. Who was it? I'm looking and it's bothering me.
What are you looking at?
I'm looking to see what was just cast in these.
And what?
Don't worry about it.
I already told you it was Rosamund Pike.
No, not that. Oh, Aisha Tyler. That's because I really like her.
Oh, she's awesome. In
Yeah.
what?
She's gonna be in Fear the Walking Dead.
Huh.
Huh.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Been a fan of hers since Talk Soup.
Yeah.
Back when it was Talk Soup and not
And
The
not
Soup.
the soup. With a whole different host.
I was watching that show back when Greg Kinnear hosted. Wow, that mall really shows up well, doesn't it?
By the time we have a Wednesday show again, we're gonna have better lighting. I got some good books this week. Harley Quinn was a lot of fun.
It was fun.
When she was like mischievous and she had like the little like kind of like Cupid's bow smile.
Mhm.
It was cute.
Yeah, the artwork in it is very. It's not the same as the show, but it's appropriate.
You see where
Yeah.
they get that. I want to know if her friends show up at any time
I know.
because they're so great.
The whole time, like especially when they went back to the mall, I was like,
Yeah.
"Where's Ron Funches?"
Mm-hmm.
Which Ron Funches is apparently wrestling now,
Hey,
which is awesome because he's a nerd.
he's
He's lost a lot of weight,
Yes, he has.
and he played a wrestler in the show AP Bio. Wrestler
That long-lived show.
that's still on.
Is it?
4 seasons.
Really?
4th season featuring Bruce Campbell.
Oh, gosh, what am I thinking of?
What are you thinking
I
of?
don't know. Generally.
Ron Funches is a janitor who moonlights as a wrestler.
Okay.
It's a good show.
That is the Glenn Howerton one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Huh, I don't know what I was thinking.
I don't know.
Let's see. House of Lost Horizons was.
Yeah.
It was satisfactory.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to read it. Like I've said, most of like the stuff that I know I'm gonna like, I tend to just wait for trades and read it.
Mm-hmm.
Like anything from the Mignola-verse, like anything from Black Hammer, like I know it's gonna be great, so I just wait and read it all at once.
Yeah, I loved Primordial. I didn't think I was going to as much as I did.
Yeah, but I think you're learning that you can't really go wrong with Jeff Lemire.
I don't love all his stuff.
But you can't go wrong. It's still good whether or not you like it. Like, it's well written, and his art is always good, especially when it's his art.
Also, thank you for telling me what I'm learning. I really appreciate that.
Well, if I don't tell you that you're learning, how are you going to know that you're learning? But I mean, I think my least favorite stuff that Jeff Lemire has done has been the superhero stuff. When he works for Marvel with DC, it's good. But his creator-owned stuff is just fantastic. Especially May's book.
We'll see.
We will see.
We'll see.
Well, that first issue was beautiful.
Who's doing that one where it switches between two worlds? It's kind of sketchy and watercolory. It's a new book.
Mhm.
It's had 3 issues.
Yeah, it's Parasomnia.
Yeah.
Colin Bunn
That is
written,
Colin. Okay.
Andrea Moody artwork.
Brian liked May's book.
Yes.
I didn't like it. I recognized that it's good, but I was like, oh, this is gonna hurt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the sign of quality. When a book can make you cry.
I mean, a book can make me cry. I mean, paper cuts. You know, really
Yes.
that one stuff. I'm excited. I just reread one of my favorite books.
Yeah.
I told you about it. The Gunseller is the Hugh Laurie book.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I may actually read a book
That book?
because I love Hugh Laurie.
It's pretty good.
Hugh Laurie's amazing.
He is. I don't know. I think we've gabbed.
I thought we were going to stick around for another hour.
Yeah? Are
Just
we?
chatting, looking at the same books.
Just chatting.
Look, we still have Taskmaster.
We still have it.
Which, speaking of, the other day when I was lying on my couch, I made it through the entire season 2 of the New Zealand cast of Taskmaster.
I've heard it's kind of rough.
It's not as good, but they grow on you.
They released a trailer for Series 12.
Did they?
No date, but
Grr. Taskmaster is the best show.
it's pretty good.
It's easily bingeable. You can watch one episode and never watch it again.
Yeah.
It's
Especially
hilarious.
if you skip the opening credits.
It's the best part.
No,
It's going on in my head right now.
me too, and I don't like it.
It's the best. All right. Well, Rose wants to run away from all of you. I want to stay.
You can stay.
But she's like, no, we need to go. So we're going to call it an evening. We'd like to thank all of you for joining us this evening and all of the previous Wednesdays. And we will let you know when we are coming back to Wednesdays.
Mm-hmm.
But in the meantime, we will be doing Saturdays, 11 o'clock on the Comic Book Shopping Network.
Yes.
11 o'clock
Yes.
Eastern.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I guess that's it.
Okay.
All right.
We can do that. One second. I'm finishing it. Okay. Bye.
Again,
I thought we were done.
If you have any questions, if you need to contact, if you have questions about books, if you want books, DS Live. And Rose will be annoyed at you for messaging her, but she will help you the best that she can.
Especially at 11:45 at night. And he's like, I didn't think you'd be up. I was like, well, now I am. It's
Again, thank you. Everybody have a good evening.
wait, turn around.
Oh, turn that around?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, what are you doing?
I'm turning it around.
Okay.